And welcome back to Radio DMG. I'm your host, Philip Wesley, the Mile High Mouth, and today we're going to talk Game Boy Advance Video. Or rather, the official ways to play videos on your Game Boy Advance products. Now, what we have here is about a dozen Game Boy we have here is about a dozen Game Boy Advance video packs. These were released, if I remember correctly, from like 2003 or 2004. I have to check. And they were released until about 2007. They were mostly things like Nickelodeon cartoons, Cartoon Network cartoons, even some Disney stuff like the Lilo and Stitch TV series has a Game Boy Advance video pack for it. And they were compatible with the Game Boy Micro, and the Super Game Boy. They were not compatible with the Game Boy Player. Now, the other way you could get video on your Game Boy Advance was the Play-On. Now, the Play-On Micro is what we have here. There's two versions, the Play-On Micro. The Play-On Micro is a little bit more powerful. This plays MP3s and some MP4s, which you have to jump through hoops to get to work on it. Yay! It takes an SD card up to 1 gig, and the video quality is kind of, yeah. We're actually going to do several videos that when we're talking about this, we're going to do this initial video where I explain a little bit about those and run some tests to show you what the stuff looks like. And then we're going to show you a video where we put the Play-On Micro and a Game Boy Advance video pack into a Game Boy player to show you what happens when you do that. And then of course we've got two commercials for the Game Boy Advance video, one that has a younger Skew and one that has an older Skew. And then of course we have helpful slides full of tons of facts of information. So let's get down to business. Game Boy Advance. This is the Game Boy Advance. This is a Game Boy Advance video. You put them together, and what do you got? Bippity boppity boo. Actually, you have bippity boppity can't see crap. Quite frankly. Let's see, not compatible Game Boy player. Actually, you can kind of see the screen, but this is a highly reflective screen. And it's kind of bleh. These were put out by Majesco. They're licensed. Let's see. Bubblehead, ripped pants, jellyfishing. Ah, plankton. That's actually a pretty good episode. You've got your controls for it. Let's move a bit. Moving forward a bit. Moving it through a bit. Let's get to stuff with Plankton, because he's like the best character in this show, aside from Squidward. Yep. Yep, there we go.
When I discover your formula for Krabby Patties, I'll run you out of business. I went to college.
I just love that. But yeah, that's a little bit of what these do. What they do is they play video. Each of these holds about 40 to 45 minutes of video, except for the ones that they made for Shrek, Shrek 2, and a Shark Tale, which run, well, the entire length of those films. There's actually a 2-for-1 pack they have that has Shrek and a Shark Tale in the same pack. If you see that anywhere, pick it up. It's kind of rare. There are about 25 of these released. I've got about 13 of them here. Let me grab another thing here. Oh, Nicktoons. Why not? Let's see what these Nicktoons have on them. This is this running on a Game Boy Micro. I may actually have to lower the brightness in order for it to work out. Oh, on this thing you have to hold down the L button and then push up or down on the volume button to change the brightness. Somewhat better. Let's see. We've got Fairly Odd Parents on it. fast forwarding a bit. Fairly Odd Parents. Yeah, these are actually pretty neat. Let's actually pop in the Play On. Play On, this is a Play On Micro. You can actually get those. They're a little tough to work with. But let's take a look at what they can do with these. It's all in Japanese. Wasn't released in the United States. Oh, there's actually two different things you can do. The Play On Micro lets you, you can download a particular firmware so that you can change that little guy there to a Mario. But yeah, you can play music. I only have a sample in there. Yeah, because why not? Do. Yeah, Peter Capaldi's pretty good. Do. And then for video, you can make your own stuff for this, but you have to jump through hoops. Gee, I don't know what we're showing here. What's funny about it is you can control the volume by pushing up or down. You can also overclock the volume a bit. But yeah, that's Play On. The video quality is just not good because the Game Boy Advance has like a really terrible resolution. I'm actually a little concerned that the way I'm holding this actually makes this video look better than it actually is. But yeah, those are the Game Boy Advance video options. The Game Boy Advance video cartridges and the Play On. So now we're going to go ahead and take a quick break and go through all the other stuff that I mentioned. If you want timestamps, those will be in the description, so you can skip ahead to parts that you want to see for some reason. But yeah, Game Boy Advance video. The biggest competitor for those was the Video Now. I don't own one of those, but those originally came out in black and white from Tiger Electronics. Horrible screens. This was before phones could play video, before tablets became a necessity, or rather a thing that people had. This was back in the dark ages where in order to get your brats to shut up, you had to go in the car, you had to go buy one of those DVD or VHS players and hook it up in your car. Yeah, the things people do. But yeah, these retailed when they first came out. Some of the movies were $29.99, whereas other things were about $19.99. And then prices were dropped to about $9.99. And many places, and even online, you can get a bunch of them for like, we're talking pennies. There were 25 of them that were officially released, and then there is that 26th one, which is the Shrek and Shark Tale double pack. So it's pretty possible to actually collect all of them. I never really have because, quite frankly, Game Boy Advance video, I could see it being entertaining for a small child for a short amount of time, 40 to 45 minutes, or for the length of a show. And if they're young enough, they don't really care about quality. Oh, these will work on a Nintendo DS or a DS Lite as well. But yeah, in a world where we can have 4K video on our phones, there really is no point to these anymore, other than just being a cultural oddity. There is a point, though, to the codec that they used. When I played it earlier, you noticed the ActImagine logo. ActImagine, or MobiClip, ActImagine's MobiClip technology got, well, they got bought by Nintendo, and they're now the Nintendo European R&D, or Research and Development, or NERD, N-E-R-D. Nintendo actually does have a division which goes by the acronym NERD. And what they do is they just work with video streaming technologies. All the video streaming and some of the technology used for the Nintendo Wii U comes from them. The video you see in Fire Emblem Awakening, or the Professor Layton series, or the FMV you see in games like Monster Hunter, or Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney versus Professor Layton, or any of the other ones where there was any type of video. All that video, ActImagine. Now, there is one little item that I forgot to mention, but I'm going to go ahead and show it off in its own little video. So, I'm not going to tell you what it is until I show it off, but yeah. We're going to go ahead, take a little break, and show you other videos as part of this video, because this is a long form video, and we wanted to compile everything about the Game Boy Advance video into one convenient location.
Introducing a brand new way to use your Game Boy Advance. Now you can watch your favorite shows on your favorite portable gaming system. It's full-color video that goes with you anywhere you go. Watch more than 45 minutes of cartoon favorites like SpongeBob SquarePants, Fairly Odd Parents, Jimmy Neutron, and others. Game Boy Advance video is as easy as plug and play. Simply insert the video pack into your Game Boy Advance and turn it on for instant viewing of your favorite shows. You're always in control with familiar commands like fast forward, chapter skip, and more. And best of all, you never have to worry about your video skipping. The only thing to worry about is which video to watch first. So let's go over this again. Your Game Boy Advance plus your favorite videos equal loads of fun and entertainment anywhere you go. You can finally enjoy your very own private video player in the palm of your hands.
Watch full-color, full-motion video on your Game Boy Advance with Game Boy Advance Video. Available in May at a retailer near you. Visit gba-video.com.
For those wondering, this is what happens when you pop a Game Boy Advance video game, or sorry, video pack into a Game Boy player. You just get a screen that says not compatible with Game Boy player. That is all. On a side note, let's actually okay, here's this. Let's turn it off for a second. Let's take this out. And let's pop in the, oddly enough, the play-on. Play-on actually fits. Weird. Let's see what it does. Progressive scan, of course. Progressive scan mode's been turned on. Oh look, the play-on works, which is kind of amusing. Play-on micro. You can play MP3s. Let's get out of that. Video. Which is funny because, like, you can't play Game Boy Advance video, but you can certainly play-on video, which could technically be more infringy-ish. Let's see what this is. Although, absolutely god-awful looking. I mean, we're talking... Yeah. Bloop. Yeah, let's take a look at what we're looking at here. See this? This is video that's about like the size of a postage stamp, blown up to 480p. Yeah. Blah. And it's not even in error. Yeah. And I might have to turn down the volume down a bit. Yeah. See it? That's that video. I think it's pretty funny that Game Boy Advance videos packs will not play on the Game Boy player, but Play On will. But if you're willing to watch something at sub VHS or sub postage stamp size, really you're kind of really stretching it. I mean literally, like really. You know what the worst part is? I feel that recording this offhand is making it look better than it actually is. But yeah, that's the Play On and the Game Boy Advance player with Game Boy Advance video stuff. So yeah, Game Boy Advance video stuff won't work. Game Boy Advance video stuff. Come on. Yeah, this won't work on it, but oddly enough, the Play On Micro will. And again, focus. It's just, this thing just doesn't know what to do. Pop it down there. That'll work on there, but these won't. Weird.
TV shows on the go. TV shows on the go. It's GBA Video. Game Boy Advance Video.
Now Game Boy Advance plays more than games. It's got TV shows too. With GBA Video, the shows are right in the cartridges. One video pack holds multiple episodes with full color and sound. So you can watch your favorite shows whenever you want, wherever you want.
Whoa, it's TV without the TV.
TV shows on the go. TV shows on the go.
Catch the start of something big right in your hand.
It's GBA Video. Game Boy Advance Video.
And welcome back. As you can see, those are blurry and out of focus because I switched over to manual focus to test on this because sometimes this camera is a pain. Anyways, we're going to talk about the last Nintendo DS video card or video pack. That would be this legendary little buddy right here. This is the Nintendo Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess preview card or trailer. Yep, let's pop that into a Nintendo DSi XL. Actimagine, Nintendo. Okay, the bottom screen is the play option and the top is the preview trailer. And let's go ahead and play through that. But yeah, that's the Game Boy Advance, sorry, Nintendo DS video card. There's just this one. Let's fast forward. We can't really fast forward in this. You can't really control it at all. It just plays through the video and the trailer, and I think you can pause it. No, you can't really pause it either. You can just hit like stop. So yeah, that's that. Now, when the 3DS came out, they demonstrated video of 3D video of Tangled and How to Train Your Dragon, the first one, running on the 3DS, but those were never released in a form that I can get a hold of, because they were originally supposed to be a download thing. But yeah, that was the last of the line of the Game Boy Advance video and the Nintendo DS video stuff. You're looking at it. And this is kind of a holy grail for some people. There weren't that many of these put out. They were tightly controlled. They ran out really quick. And yeah. So this thing, the Nintendo Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess preview trailer. Whoa! Well, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Now that you've seen everything about the Nintendo DS video cards and the Nintendo Game Boy Advance video packs, you are now caught up. Okay, what is that? Squishy, Squishy, what are you guys doing? Is this for... What are you guys playing? Is this for something else? Are we going to do a Let's Play of this at some point? Possibly. Wait, let me find out what that is. What do you guys have? Darkness. Over... What is this? Where did you guys get this? I don't think we can probably show this off at all.